Origin of the Germanic tribes. Barbarians documentary. Intro. Barbarian began in antiquated Greece and was at first used to portray all non-Greek talking people groups, including Persians, Egyptians, Medes, and Phoenicians. Here we're going to discuss the origin of the Germanic tribes. Barbarians documentary. Who were the barbarians? Why were they called barbarians? And much more. Main body. The causes of the Germanic people groups are dark. During the late Bronze Age, they are accepted to have possessed southern Sweden, the Danish landmass, and northern Germany between the Ems River on the west, the Oder River on the east, and the Harz Mountains on the south. The Vandals, Gepidae, and Goths relocated from southern Sweden in the end hundreds of years BC and involved the territory of the southern Baltic coast, generally between the Oder on the west and the Vistula River on the east. At an early date, there was additionally movement southward and west to the detriment of the Celtic people groups, who at that point occupied quite a bit of western Germany. The Celtic Helvetii, for instance, who were bound by the Germanic people groups to the region that is presently Switzerland in the 1st century BC, had once stretched out as far east as the Main River. Tacitus relates that, as per their old melodies, the Germans were split from the 3 children of Manus, the child of the god Tuisto, the child of earth. Consequently, they were isolated into 3 gatherings: the Ingedons, the Herminones, and the Istedons, yet the reason for this gathering is obscure. Tacitus records a variation type of the ancestry as indicated by which Manus had a bigger number of children, who were viewed as the progenitors of the Suebi, the Vandals, and others. At any rate, the money of these tunes recommends that in Tacitus's time, the different Germanic people groups were aware of their relationship with each other. While singular Germans in Roman assistance would at times allude to themselves as Germani, the free Germans past the Rhine had no aggregate name for themselves until the 11th century AD. By around 500 BC, the Germanic clans were involving the southern shores of the Baltic and southern Scandinavia. A portion of these Germanic clans moved and set up control of new regions. Clans from Scandinavia, known as the Goths, moved southeast to the zone north of the Black Sea. Later, they isolated into the Ostrogoths and the Visigoths, and vanquished zones in the north shore of the Mediterranean Sea as far west as the Iberian landmass. Later, the Franks, based on what is currently Germany, moved west and vanquished the lowlands and Roman Gaul, giving it their name as France. The Angles and Saxons, alongside Justes, attacked Britain and made England. Another Germanic clan, the Lombards, attacked and vanquished what is presently northern Italy. The Burgundians from the locale which incorporated the Baltic island of Bornholm moved toward the south and wound up setting the Kingdom of Burgundy in what is currently southeast France. Still later, a Germanic clan attacked the region of the Prussians, a Slavic people, and vanquished them so altogether that Prussian came to be recognized as the exemplification of Germanness. All things considered, it was a wonderful record of military ability with respect to the Germanic clans. Anyway, in the plan of things, the control of an area by the less hostile Slavic clans was more fruitful. And keeping in mind that the Slavic clans overall kept up their phonetic and social character, the overcoming Germanic clans were generally ingested into the way of life they won. The originally put down account of the Germanic clans was by the Roman student of history Tacitus in 98 BCE. German clans were moving into the locale that is presently southwestern Germany about a similar time the Romans were overcoming Gaul. Julius Caesar vanquished the Suevian clan in 70 BCE and subsequently settled the Rhine River as the limit among Roman and German regions. Clan leaders were the heads of factions, and families were partitioned into bunches by family ties. The previous Germans chose tribal leaders. However, as time went on, it got genetic. One of the tribal leaders' positions was to keep harmony in the groups, and he did this by keeping the fighters together and joined together. Yet, a Roman dread of aggressive people groups on their outskirts incited the Roman lead representative Varus to attack the region past the Rhine. Those Romans were sufficiently vanquished in the year 9 AD at the Battle of Teutoburg Forest. The head of the successful Germans was a German who had gotten military preparing in the Roman armed force. This German triumph liberated the German clans of any genuine danger of control by the Romans, despite the fact that the Romans did later vanquish a few domains past the Rhine and the Danube. Outro. Military tribal leaders depended upon entourage, a collection of devotees held by the clan leader. A clan leader's entourage may incorporate, however was not restricted to, close family members. The supporters relied upon the entourage for military and different administrations, and consequently accommodated the entourage requirements and partitioned with them the riches of fight. This connection between a clan leader and his devotees turned into the reason for the more muddled primitive framework that created in Middle Age Europe.